Welcome, fellow masters. My name is Musaki, and today we're going to be going over another episode of Clairvoyance EX for the month of December. Happy holidays, and let's jam. First up, we have the items for the December exchange ticket. As you can see here, they updated us 2 days ago, but we're going to report on it now. You can get Aurora Steel, Meteor Horseshoe, or Seed of Yggdrasil. Honestly, out of all these items here, the Aurora Steel is going to be the item to pick overall. Unless you have services you're going to immediately level or use a lot that need these other materials, Steel is used by a very powerful service and you need a lot of them. So honestly, use every single day you can for the Aurora Steel. Next up, 'tis the season to be jolly. And once again, we are bringing back the Advent Calendar for FGONA. This is a completely unique event, only made for FGONA. And honestly, is the gift that keeps on giving. Each day, when you log in, you're gonna get something random all the way up until the 25th. And on that 25th, you usually get Saint Courts. Usually 15 if the previous event calendars have anything to go by. Whatever you get from these things, it will be very enjoyable. It'll make sure you do not miss a day during the month of December. Remember, Santa Altera is watching. Last night, FGONA had their 14th Chaldea broadcast station, and this one was a little bit unique. For the first time in a very long time, it was actually live. We actually had Albert Cow and his other member of the translation team here live, actually interacting with chat a little bit. It was a combination of recorded footage as well as actually interacting live with the chat. Me personally, I actually like this format. It's very good to see Albert interacting with the fanbase a little bit more, and hopefully we'll see more content like this for future live streams. So yeah, color me interested for the next live stream that comes up. During the live stream, Tucson came on screen as he normally does and gave us more Saint Courts instead of the normal 5. So now we'll get 15 Saint Courts upon logging in. This is on top of the maintenance Saint Courts that will be given to you once you log into the game after maintenance on December 1st. And why are we going into maintenance on December 1st? Because Atlantis is here. That's right, Lost Belt 5. Ancient Ocean of the Dreadnought Gods Atlantis, the day to bring down gods, is the next thing that we'll be doing in FGONA. This is going to be a story chapter and will require you to complete Lost Belt 4 Part 3. So, you don't have to complete the full Lost Belt of Lost Belt 4, just at least finish the beginning part and you'll be able to actually take part in this Lost Belt. And you will want to do that because there are a lot of new materials and we have fantastic additions to the story. Whether I like them or not is up for debate, but I do appreciate what Lost Belt 5 brings to the table. I mentioned earlier that we got new skill enhancement and ascension materials, and here it is. We have the Crown of Silvery Light and the Fragment of a Twinkling Star. You will need a lot of these materials in the future. So once you complete Lost Belt 5, please, please, please go to the node specific for these items. In a video going over a little bit more details about Lost Belt 5, I'll tell you exactly which nodes that you'll need to farm in order to get these materials as soon as possible. Next up, we actually have new battle sprite and animation updates for Hector, the 3-star Lancer. Might I add, he looks fantastic, and he also gets a rank up quest. This actually changes his tactic skills into Guardian of Troy, which increases MP strength for 3 turns, and applies incoming damage cuts for 2 times or 3 turns. This is for all allies. That is fantastic. Hector's already really good, and if you've seen our Lancer tier list, you know how much we value Hector. So if you have him, and you have him leveled, definitely get this done. And that leads us to the Atlantis Pickup Summoning banner. We have 2 new servants on this banner, along with an old returning servant that makes an appearance in the Lost Belt, as well as 3 brand new craft essences. Let's go over exactly what we're getting here. The craft essences we get are actually connected to Fate Apocrypha, with the craft essence One Who Wishes for Salvation being the 5-star here. It increases your MP charge by 2 levels when using MP 3 times for yourself. For the 4-star is the Beginning of Ambition, which is a pure attack stat craft essences that actually increases art performance by 10% and increases HP recovery by 10%. Not bad. The fact that it's pure attack is very good. And finally, for the 3-star CE, we have Noble Peace. This increases arts card critical strength by 25% for yourself. Very good and very focused. I like this. This actually is a very good 3-star CE, but there are other things on this banner that I want to talk about. Super Orion Limited Archer. Now, if you recall in my top SSR video of last year, I said that Super Orion was literally the servant of the year. Honestly, he is very, very good. And the only competition he has for the best servant this year is Arjuna Altar. Seriously, 2 of the best servants in this game right now. Like, they even talk about it in the broadcast. They dedicate a full section to talking about how he is fantastic with his buster crits and more. You want to know the juicy details about why I love Super Orion so much? Why don't you click this video here by Silberoni from the GNA Reviews. He actually goes over it in full detail, and I actually agree with the score he gives him at the end, even though I personally believe that you should probably roll for him. But he's not the only new servant here. We actually have Mandracardo as a 3-star rider, and he's a very good one at that. While he may not be the absolute very best, he is still a very good unit. But I regret to inform you, this is the last 3-star unit that is added to this game for the foreseeable future. There will be no more for now. Not even in JP, no more. If that changes, we'll talk about it. But for right now, this is the end of all silver servants. Tragic. We also have Chiyome here, also known as Assassin of Parisa. But there's one notable thing missing. In the original banner for Atlantis, the first banner in JP, there's actually another 5-star here. Europa. Where's Europa? She's missing. Put her on a milk cart, she gone! We have no idea where this mysterious servant has went. For some reason, NA has decided to pull this servant from the first summoning campaign in favor of potentially bringing her at another time. In which case, honestly, it's not too bad. She doesn't really have much story relevance until another chapter in the future anyway, so if they wait to the second campaign banner, and there is a second one, or wait until the next Lost Bolt chapter, I'd be okay with that. But I would be a little sore because the next Lost Bolt chapter after this one doesn't come out until April of next year. That's a long time to wait. The second banner of this campaign is going to feature Achilles, Estrella, and Hector. So if you don't have Achilles or Estrella, this is one of the better options to get. But preferably, honestly, truly, you have to roll on a banner. Please roll on the Super Orion banner. This is really good. And now that it's only him on the banner, your chances of getting a 5-star are so good. You're not gonna get spooked at all. Well, no, let me correct myself. The chances of you being spooked are lower. How much? Who knows? This is gacha, this is gambling. Who knows what happens here? And last but certainly not least, we have the Christmas event. We talked about this in the last Clairvoyance EX, and the reason why we're talking about it again is because November didn't have it. There was no Christmas event in November. For whatever reason, NA has decided to once again make a little bit of a switcheroo. No longer did we have the Christmas event start in November. Instead, it seems that Thanksgiving campaign took its spot, and they're more than likely moving this Christmas event to later in December. Maybe closer to Christmas, which makes more sense, and as well, covering up for a couple banner and couple event commemorations that we just don't have in NA. It's very JP focused. Instead of trying to give us JP focused events, why don't you just move Christmas there? Give us something to do before New Year's, because you know when New Year's come, it's gonna be a new servant, as well as a GSSR. Look out for that episode of Clairvoyance CX that will come out just a little bit earlier than New Year's so you can prepare. And that about does it for this episode of Clairvoyance EX. So, why don't you tell me what you think about this month of FGO? Are you excited for the fact that Super Orion is here? Are you concerned that Europa will never get a rerun? And what about the Christmas event being moved? Do you think we're getting it toward the second half, or are they just gonna forget about it? They're not gonna forget about it, trust me. Any comments you have, please leave them down below. I literally read every comment every single day, so please let me know what you think. If you want to continue this conversation, definitely head over to discord.gg/ChaldeaGurus and talk to us more there. We hang out all the time, talk about FGO and other mobile games, as well as just gaming in general, anime and all that stuff. I'd love to see you there. And for those of you that want to go the extra mile, you can go ahead and support us directly through either becoming a YouTube member or a patron on Patreon. Over there are specific rewards that only the patrons get, but so long as you support us in some monetary value, you will have access to behind the scenes footage, polls, and other things. And as well, if you like this video and want to see more, like the video, hit subscribe and ring that bell to be notified when we upload next, because we're testing out daily uploads, so that might be going off a lot. Anyhow, thank you so much for all your support. I am Musaki from the Chaldea Gurus, and we're logging out. See ya.